wishing all of you out there in the internet a happy Fables Friday. This is the video series in which I explore the Fables universe in celebration of the return of the series with issue 151. I do have a playlist available on my channel page if you want to check it out. Last week we talked about Batman vs. Bigby. This week we're just doing a simple, quick Fables comic book haul. So last week I went out to a couple of different shops, one Half Price Books and one local comic book shop in my area, and ended up walking away with a pretty decent stack of stuff actually. So I have issues 100 through 119, 150, and 151. So the main goal here, as I'm going on these hunts, is to pick up issues 120 through 149. Once I've got that complete, or I'm at least well into that run, it won't take that long to complete, I don't think, I'll start looking at some of the side series, other stuff, what have you. This week was a bigger haul because I also circled back and grabbed some trade paperbacks. And the reason for that is it's just going to be easier to go through and do my big Fables reread by doing it in trade rather than breaking open all of my single issues. Plus, of all the books I have from the early 2000s when I was first getting into comic books, my Fables books are probably far and away in the best condition because I was not good on my comic books back then. So I'm going to try and keep them in good shape. That's kind of my ultimate goal. So with that in mind, I'll show you guys the trade paperbacks I picked up first that are going to kick off my Fables reread, and then we'll get into some of the single issues I picked up that are going to help me fill in the 30-issue gap in my Fables set. So Fables is a book series that has been published in many different iterations, right? They've had, the trade paperbacks that came out as the series was running. There have been hardcovers of those. There have been omnibuses. There have been compendiums. All kinds of different ways to read Fables. I wanted to keep it simple. I wanted to make it cheap because I do have these in single issues, and I went with just the standard trade paperbacks that were released when the series was new. So with that in mind, I picked up the first 4 trade paperbacks. We have Fables Legends in Exile, which collects the first 5 issues of the series. I picked up Volume 2, Animal Farm. This collects issues 6 through 12, I want to say. Oh, sorry, 6 through 10 in here. Then I got Volume 3, Storybook Love. This is a little bit of a bigger volume, and this collects issues 11 through 18. And all of these, by the way, I got from Half Price Books, so I got them really cheap. Volume 1 was $4.99, and then the rest of them I think were $7.50 a piece. So then finally I picked up Volume 4, March of the Wooden Soldiers, and this collects 19 through 21 and 23 through 27. Issue 22 is in the next volume at the beginning before continuing with issues 28 through 32 or whatever it is that's in the next volume. This is another really hefty one, actually. It shows up on camera just how beefy this particular edition is. Now, once I got this one home, I was a little bit annoyed because I discovered that whoever had this before pulled the various Fables covers out, presumably to sort of create, posters for themselves or something. So that was a little bit irritating, but certainly not a deal breaker. The book was, like I said, $7.50, and I have them in singles, so I've got copies of those covers. No worries there. All right, so that just leaves what is in the black bag. So I got a decent chunk of single issues, as well as one other item that I'm excited to show off. After visiting only 2 different shops in the area, I walked away with 6 issues, so 20% of the issues that I'm missing. There are plenty of other shops in the Twin Cities area, so again, I'm not super worried about finishing these off, although I was kind of surprised I wasn't able to find more in the places that I looked. But regardless, I picked up issue 121, 127, just beautiful covers on these. DaCosta DC, aka Clark Kent Jeans, aka awesome YouTuber, go check him out, commented on one of my Fables videos just how cool these covers were, and he's absolutely right. Just phenomenal covers. This is issue 128. The whole series had great covers. The artists changed over time, but they always found just a great cover artist for the book. All right, 129. So now we have a little mini unbroken run to 127 through 129. This next issue is 136. And then we jump all the way up to 146. And this is Happily Ever After, Part 6. The last story of Prince Charming. Not sure if this is the final arc before issue 150 or if there was one more arc in here. Alright, so then that just leaves one other item that I picked up, which I was actually really excited to find this. Also from Half Price Books, so I got it for 20 bucks. It's normally 40. I probably could have found a better deal if I had really hunted around for it, but I remember looking at what Fables products are out there that I might be interested in picking up, and this one was right at the top of the list, so the fact that I was able to find a copy and it's in great shape, used from Half Price Books, I just went ahead and pulled the trigger, and that is the Fables Encyclopedia. Again, hardback book. And this is going to be, I think, an invaluable resource. This came out in 2013. It features a whole ton of artwork, probably mostly from various covers and issues of the series. As a matter of fact, you can see some interior art right here. But it goes through all kinds of various characters, concepts from the Fables universe, which I think is just great. And it's going to really help me as I'm jumping through, trying to review issues 151 onward for you guys, while I will not have completely caught up on issues 1 through 150. So if I ever need something for reference, this is going to be a really nice one-stop shop. And not only does this include information about the various characters, but it also tells you exactly what issue they first showed up in, down to the page and the panel, which is a really nice touch. This is written by Jess Nevins, but it also has commentary by Bill Willingham and Mark Buckingham. So probably some cool behind-the-scenes stuff in there as well. You can see there's all these little sidebars. Here's one of them right here. That's Mark Buckingham talking, actually. And then in other sections, you have Bill Willingham talking as well. In this case, it's both of them, just discussing the characters on the page, a little bit of behind the scenes, how they felt about it, all that kind of stuff. So really a awesome Fables resources, well worth the 20 bucks. Glad I got this. So that wraps up my Fables comic book haul. 6 issues off the list. On to the next 6. I hope you guys enjoyed this Fables Friday. Hope you guys have a great weekend in comics. Thanks for watching this video, and take care.